Hey guys, welcome back, man. We're here today, and I finally got my hands on it. Yes, I'm so happy. The Thompson M1928A1, or just the Thompson Tommy gun, chopper, Chicago typewriter. You know, all these names. So the Thompson, I'm gonna let you guys read this a little bit. If you can't read it, I'll read it out to you. Obviously it says right here the Thompson submachine gun is an American submachine gun invented by John T. Thompson in 1928 that became infamous during the Prohibition era, and most of you know it's a gangster gun. It's known as these names right here: Tommy gun, trench broom, trench sweeper, Chicago typewriter, Chicago piano, Chicago style, and the chopper. I used 45 ACP. It was a submachine gun, which means it uses a pistol round but is fully automatic. And these are all the wars it was used in. Obviously, World War II being its great debut. I have this marked with two other my favorites, my Mauser and my 1911. So without further ado, let's go to the field strip. I haven't touched this weapon, just got it. So yeah, I'm kind of excited just as you guys are, and oh sweet. Alright, there goes the Thompson. So there's the buttstock, the receiver, which is really cool up here. This has a block bolt, if you haven't figured this one out yet. I don't know much about the Thompson. I do know it was used on Prohibition is really when it's made its debut, but World War II is when it's made its big debut to the world. It proved as a very good submachine gun, and would later it never really was, but it was used as a tank weapon and a close support infantry weapon. It was a submachine gun, so you know you had your guy, you know, it's used as like get up close and personal, but you got full automatic fire, just hose him down. This is what this thing was good for. It was a real beast on the battlefield. Unfortunately, the problem was versus the grease gun, or the M3. The Thompson was kind of heavy. It was kind of a luggy weapon, you know. It was heavier and it was more expensive to build compared to the grease gun. Sorry. Compared to the grease gun, it was way more expensive and everything else like that. But I like the Thompson personally. I like it a lot. The grease gun's still my favorite submachine gun, but the Thompson, you know, it's just got the history behind it. So I personally would find the Thompson a good weapon to use in a zombie situation. You know, you got 50 plus rounds of ammunition, and I mean it's just depending on what you want to put it as. You know, you got 50 drum mag. The only thing I find the problem with Thompson is they're not around anymore. They're pretty much gone. I mean, there's a few around. I see them at reenactments all the time. See American guys hauling them around. You know, Thompson's just a masterpiece. And it's a good weapon. And I love this part of I love the muzzle brake on this thing. It's so cool. It's a good weapon without a doubt. I'm not saying the Thompson's a bad weapon. I actually like the Thompson personally. But compared to the grease gun during the Second World War, it was expensive to manufacture and it was harder to manufacture. Versus grease gun, which it was basically a T-34 for a submachine gun, mass produced. It was easy. Thompson was a little bit more complicated. Although, we've got it here today to show you. So, this is going to go on the list with the World War II weapons, because obviously this thing was used during the Second World War. And previously, before that, technically it was manufactured in 1918, but it entered military service in 28. That's why it's the M1928A1, which means model 1928, and then A1 is just whatever, you know. It's just telling you when the weapon was introduced into service. I used to be a big thing back then with the United States military period. This thing, unfortunately, came too late to see the war. War ended by the time, and if I remember, I watched a documentary on this thing, and actually it was intended to be used in the war. But it just came too late, and they couldn't get into service fast enough. So, the Thompson went on to see future conflicts and serve as a great submachine gun. Basically, I would not like to be standing in front of a Thompson, and I'll tell you why. And it's because the Thompson can blow you in half if it wants you to. It's a nasty submachine gun. It is 45 ACP headed your direction, so obviously you're going to get a few rounds in the gut, which are going to blow you in half. I wouldn't like to be standing in front of a Thompson or a guy with a Thompson. That would scare me a little bit. I would be kind of nervous to find out what would happen after he squeezes that trigger. After you let off like a 10-round burst into somebody and blow them in half. I would be kind of scared to be looking down the barrel of one of these things. And you know, I felt bad for people who got shot by these things, because you gotta remember, that's fully automatic heading towards your direction, and that's 45. That's basically like 50 M1911s headed towards your direction with a drum mag on this thing. And during the Second World War, they had 15 and 30 round magazines, so that's basically 10 and a half freaking 1911s with a 15 round magazine headed your direction, saying, bring it. You know, I wouldn't like to find out what happens after somebody gets shot by these things. But you just gotta love the Thompson, you know. It's a good looking gun. Without a doubt. It's an American gun. You know, if there's one thing the Americans are really good at, it's building firearms. The Germans, they're good too, but Americans, we just have a knack to make a good looking firearm. And John T. Thompson nailed it right here. He made a good looking firearm, and I like this firearm. It's beautiful. The only thing I see kind of wrong with this weapon, especially this model, is it was difficult to maintain. Trust me, because I have a buddy that owns one of these things, and he says they are a major pain in the pure ass to take care of. They have so many parts on them, and if part breaks, you won't be buying a new Thompson anytime soon. You basically gotta handcraft parts for these things nowadays. They're just that few numbers. They're not around anymore. However, that being said, they are still around. And I'm pretty sure if you look hard enough, you could probably find one hanging around. But they're not around in the mass numbers like they were in the 20s with all the gangsters going around. You know, this is nowadays it's automatic weapon like an Uzi or something like that. Back then, this was the drive-by submachine gun. This was your drive-by tool. This thing was built to do drive-bys. It pretty much unleashed a hail of lead at you, and pray to God this SOB didn't hit you. And that's the Thompson. Gotta love it. I love the Thompson. I truly do. It's a beautiful submachine gun. I love it. I just love this thing. Alright, so operation. Now we got a whole bunch of things to recite. Oh yeah, we can go to the new one. Remove our stock, which I don't like. Front grip. Yeah, let's go. Alright. I mean, you gotta go fully automatic with the Thompson. You know? Just gotta. Who doesn't love it? Or, you know, you can go, if you want to, you can, hold on. Alright, so here we go. And we're gonna go Chicago style on this thing, so for those people who are going, go gangster on it. Alright, well here you go. It's a Thompson and all that. Whoops, sorry about that. I'll slow this down to 50 here for you. And we'll reload it. Wait. We'll obviously speed it up. So here's a slow on 50 for you. Alright, so here we go. You see this is what you call an open bolt system. And if you watch, after a fire, it's an open bolt. The submachine gun doesn't close the bolt. You can watch as it feeds the round up in, bang, ejects. You know, so that's the Thompson for you. I mean, watch these. Don't you just love that? Sorry. I found that pretty cool. Alright, so that is the Thompson submachine gun M1928A1. M1928A1. Wait, hold on. Site 3. I haven't seen this one yet. Oops. Alright. And I keep forgetting his single fire. This thing had a select fire, which is really cool. Sight down. I wonder where the safety is. Where the hell is the safety? Oh, there it is. And that is the Thompson, ladies and gentlemen. I love this thing. Thompson, it's just a sweetheart. I hope you guys liked today's video. As always, please leave a like and subscribe, comment on what we should do next. I will catch you guys all next time. And as always, Mind of War out.